Hey everybody, my name is Emily Diesman with the Garden State Film Festival, and here with me today I have Cynthia Gray and Jennifer Enscott with the film Yes, Mother. Cynthia, Jennifer, how are you doing today?
Oh, we're doing well.
Yeah.
Thank you. How are you, Emily?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. So you both directed, Cynthia, you wrote, you both produced and acted in this, and then Jennifer, you let me know that you did the editing, and Cynthia, you said you did music.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
she had a real clear-cut idea what she wanted for the music, and it was interesting because she has all these different instruments in her apartment, and she just wanted sounds. But we were at the first festival that we were in with Yes Mother, and a woman was asking a lot of questions about the score. And then on awards night, she won 2 awards for scoring.
Oh,
So the fact that she liked
congratulations.
it was like, hey, pat you on the back.
I've definitely never done that before. I just wanted something different, I wanted like an original score, and we didn't have the budget for it. So I was just like, I'll try. And yeah, I guess it turned out decently. I'm really happy about it.
Great job. So, do you guys want to give our live viewers a tidbit about your film?
Sure. So what I will tell you, 'cause she can tell you more because she wrote it. I will tell you that it is sort of a concept, proof of concept for a feature film that is coming.
Yes.
We shot this in the kitchen. The kitchen was totally green screened because even though we had the elegant china and crystal and silver, we don't have an elegant kitchen. So that was all created in post. But the reason for the project, you should, because this was your idea.
Well, it kind of started with you. We had this rule in the family where every year, because we're all like everyone in the family is part of the business, so we have a rule of we need a new IMDb credit every year.
Well, we aim.
We aim, true, we aim. And I noticed one year we didn't have one, and I was coming home for the holidays, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll write something that we can just shoot so that we get some kind of credit. And so I came home for the holidays. It was like, hey, I wrote this short film that we should all do. It's really scary and horrible, and I make you such a delightful villain. And Merry Christmas!
I'm her actual mother, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, "This. What are you trying to tell me? This woman is just the worst." And she's like, "No, no, 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 no. It's acting. It's acting. It's all right."
Well, yeah, because my mother has been an actor for decades now, and
Oh, I started when I was a child.
yeah, and you're always playing like the mom next door, and like very sweet and nice and loving, and I just thought like it'd be funny to do something not bad.
Yeah, I can't complain. I mean, that's how I bought the house. It's how I paid for college. I was being that soccer mom, but it is nice to do something different.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Of course, you're welcome.
So, would you like to tell our live viewers a bit about your history in directing, writing, acting, producing, editing, and music playing, all of that fun stuff?
Yeah, so I was first because so I was acting for, I mean, I started when I was 4, and you can tell by the white in my hair, I'm not a kid. So I've been doing this for a very long time, but about 12 years ago, I want to say. So my partner is a cinematographer, visual effects artist. And I kind of, because of him, I kind of fell into producing. And way back when I was in college, I took production classes for fun. I went to Northwestern, and I had a knack for editing. It was interesting because I found all of my friends talking about that was the most challenging thing for them. And I'm like, really? That just, to me, it makes sense. So I learned the different programs, and I started editing. And then I start getting jobs as an editor. I start winning awards as an editor. Hey, she was pretty young at the time. I don't remember, high school, maybe. We start using her as a production assistant.
Oh, college.
What, you were in college?
Yeah.
Okay, by then. So she kind of grew up in this. She grew up more with me as an actor. But this shift, then it was very interesting because she wasn't planning on she was just planning on writing.
Yeah.
And now she's like, I'm going to write a thing. Let's produce it. Yes. She kicked at directing with me, but I insisted because this project is her vision. And so she had to direct it with me. And she was even telling me, oh, take my name off. I'm not really directing this. I said, I have a picture of the other woman that we brought in to play a character. She and I are sitting in front of the green screen, and you're standing there with your pencil and you're telling us what to do. I have photographic evidence. You directed this film
Lies.
with me.
All
So
lies.
no, it's not a lie.
Well, it's got to be so fun working on a film together with, I guess your mentor and your favorite person in this whole entire world. So,
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, both of you. I am loving this. You know what I'm also really loving is taking her to the film festivals with me, because there's sort of a passing of the torch happening here. And I'm not done. So it's not like take it and run because I'm done, but I do sort of sense like there's something going on that's beyond what we thought we were doing when we started this kind of stuff a number of years ago.
when did you
And
guys end
it's really meaningful to me. No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to ask, when did you guys end up filming this Yes Mother?
Oh, here's a story. Almost like 5 years ago.
5 years ago?
5 years ago. Because I was in the very early stages of pre-production on a huge project that was a documentary about forced marriage that was shot in Africa. And I was just getting started with fundraising and coming up with who do I want to interview, all my research and getting my producers in Africa. Can I have this? Can I have that? She comes home with a script for Christmas. And I said, all right, look, we'll shoot it. I'm going to do a rough edit while it's fresh in my mind, because otherwise I won't remember anything. But it's a green screen. I'm not even going to think about the rooms. We're not going to think about anything else. Stuck it on a shelf. It took 1.5 years before we went to Africa. It took 1.5 years to get everything translated and figure out how to take 17 hours of interviews into a 50-minute thing. And then finally I took it down off the shelf and I'm like, okay, why did I do that? Because it was so many years. The girl who plays the new daughter, she had just graduated from high school at that time. And she had, in the meantime, graduated from college. So yeah, it was 5 years ago now that we're wrapping up our film festival run, because there was a year for that.
Yeah.
So, and now she's written the feature-length script. So I guess that's next.
Ooh. Oh, best of luck with that. That sounds awesome. So
Thanks.
you guys filmed all of this prior to the pandemic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in fact, we went to Africa prior to the pandemic. So, and I feel kind of guilty saying this because I know the pandemic was really hard for a lot of people. But for me, it was amazing because I was chained to my desk editing and finishing 2 films. I wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. And I felt kind of guilty because so many people were struggling, trying to, they were in the middle of their shoots on their films, or they got sick, or, whatever, horrible stories. And we were just at home anyway. And Andy was creating the rooms, and she and I are figuring out how we want to tell the story, because when you shoot a thing on green screen, there is nothing there. And so how do we reference photos? How do we like, let's have a chandelier, it's all you make it up after the fact.
Is this your first time with the Garden State Film Festival?
Yes.
Ooh,
it is.
Well, welcome and congratulations on being accepted. How did you find Garden State?
Oh gosh, who was it? Bridget. I kind of knew her. I don't remember where we first came to know each other. It might have had to do with Austin Revolution. We were both involved in a few different festivals. I'm not sure which ones. And then we were at Nightmares this year and actually met in person. So I was very happy. And then she said, "Did you enter Garden State? Send me you got to enter Garden State." And we were very happy to get in because it's a nice festival. I mean, I immediately got online and checked out Garden State, said, "Oh yeah, I'd like to be there." It's elegant. You guys really, and there's nothing against the very casual. I'm fine with either way. But we're like, oh, your cousin's wedding. We haven't worn those gowns since then. Maybe let's wear those on the red carpet. Get fancy. Yeah, why not?
Well, I'm so excited to be welcoming you guys to the Garden State and congratulating you on your acceptance. How does it feel to be accepted?
Really, really gratifying. We've worked long and hard on a number of projects, and to get into a festival that looks so much loved and appreciated and respected, it's very meaningful. So thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I mean, I think the Garden State Film Festival is this amazing, like, I hate to use I can't use any other phrase, and I feel like breeding grounds for just like networking, like, because it's all,
Mhm.
filmmakers and actors and producers and directors and people that come together. And then you meet people there and you end up making
Yep.
more art together afterwards.
Yes,
So
exactly. And that's one of the things that, either as actors or as filmmakers, you make these connections. And some festivals aren't, they just don't seem to nurture that much. But others, like Garden State is one of them, they do. I mean, that's one of the points. And we're staying at the hotel. We're going to be there every day. We're going to see a ton of stuff and meet lots of people and have a good time and get dressed up.
And get dressed up. Yes.
absolutely. No, I'm so excited for you guys to get to do as much networking as you're going to be exposed to. Are you both from New Jersey?
Oh, no, neither one. I'm originally from Michigan. I'm a Flintstone, the city with the marvelous water. Lived in LA for many years, lived in France. She was born in France. And I am in Ohio now, which is a weird long story I won't go into, but I was going to be gone by now. But with everything being virtual, it hasn't mattered. I've even shot films in New York as a producer and as an editor for clients. People will contact us to produce their film for them. And I'll come up and we can screen share to do the edit. It's just, so I'm like, well, maybe one of these days I'm going to know where I want to live when I grow up. But I really don't know. And she lives in New York.
Okay, well,
She just happens to be home this week.
Yeah.
well, I mean, the Garden State has been taking people from all over the place. Like, I had an interview earlier today with two men that are from Nepal. So, and it was
Wow.
That's so cool.
10 a.m. It was 9 p.m. there. So really, we take everyone from everywhere, and it's so cool to get to meet people from all over the place. So welcome and thank you for jumping in and joining in on like our big Garden State family. You know what I mean?
That is one of the things that's so interesting to me, having lived in other countries and traveled a lot. I'm just so interested in meeting people from other places and other cultures. And I don't know how easy it is then to network to shoot something together, but you never know. I mean, we shot a thing in Malawi. See my giraffe behind? We got that. I mean, we travel. So maybe, who knows?
No, I mean, I absolutely think that you should be grabbing everyone that you can. And I do think it doesn't matter where anyone is because people move all over the place. People
move around
from everywhere. So what is it you want your audience members to take from your film?
Oh gosh, that's your question, I think.
Oh gosh, I guess it is. Well, I mean, I'm hoping that what they're going to take away from it is that they want more, since we have a rough draft of the feature in the works.
Hilariously rough, because there are sections that say, explain something about this here. So it's not, but she just
got a little sick, so I haven't finished it yet.
She did good. She got the COVIDs, but wanted me to see the script for my birthday. So it's very much unfinished yet. But what is encouraging is each festival that we've been to, when people see the short, it's fine. And then when we say, this is just a taste because we're working on a feature, and then you hear the murmur through the room. They want to see, okay, how does it end?
Yeah. So hopefully we'll continue to get that reaction, and I don't know, maybe like get different impressions, and maybe it'll influence how the feature will go.
That's true, because we have had a couple of people make a comment that I thought, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Let's see if that works its way in.
Well, I mean, guys, like, I'm so excited for you guys to be coming to the festival. And with that said, do you have any advice that you can give to other, kind of like newbie filmmakers and directors and whatnot that could really gain some of your I guess, advice?
Well, all I would say is just if you have an idea, give it a go. Start somewhere and don't be discouraged if it doesn't turn out like you thought the first time, or if you didn't get into the festivals you wanted the first time. Also, here's some advice. Talk to people about what festivals might be a good one for theirs, because when Yes Mother was done, because horror isn't something I had made before, except I've been in as an actor, but I mean Frankie Avalon strangled me in a bathroom back in the 80s. How's that for a serial killer? But this was a new genre for me as a filmmaker. And so I sat down with somebody and I showed him the trailer and he said, get out your pen. And he started giving me names of the right festivals, because that networking is invaluable. But you're not going to really have it if you don't go to the festival, and you won't get into the festival if you're applying to the wrong one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you guys so much for joining with me today. Guys, you can see what sounds to be like a little horror movie, Yes Mother, at the showroom on Saturday, March 25th from 6 to 8 p.m. Again, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you there.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
We'll see you then.